Hey, yo, Paul Rodriguez.
Extra, huh? That's when you don't make it fuck with you tough when they do shit like that.
Thank you.
What's up, guys? Nike SB has given Paul Rodriguez 10 different shoes, but none of them have sold out as fast as the Nike SB Dunk What the Paul. And after having these shoes for over a month now, I have formed a complete opinion about them. But first, let's go ahead and see what these look like on feet. Of course, I am going to actually skate these shoes. And because I was not able to get these on sale at retail, I had to buy them on resale over on GOAT for $1,209.11. Yes, I'm aware that I bought these at the highest height of their resale price, but that is also why I took an extra long time to skate these. They took so many different pieces of material and fabrics to make this shoe. And this is the review and wear test of the Nike SB Dunk What the Paul. This Nike SB Dunk is formulated from 10 of Paul Rodriguez's predecessor shoes. So if you want to see a breakdown of these materials and what piece of which shoe this shoe is made out of, then go in the description where I made an entire video dedicated to explaining every piece of this shoe. These dunks do fit true to size. They're so stiff and padded that it didn't really feel like I needed to snug them down with the laces that much. However, I did break these shoelaces in the very first session and then retied them and re-broke them almost every session after that in the exact same spot. So after I got fed up with retying them and breaking them so often, I used one of my white shoelaces and one of my black shoelaces. I made these shoelaces so that they would last way longer than any skateboarding shoelace.
What about the black ones? Wow.
And after I put them in, they worked perfectly and I didn't have to worry about my shoelaces breaking anymore. So, if you want some of these shoelaces, then go to my website that I'll leave linked in the description, extendedwearlaces.com. And starting right now, for as long as supplies last, every purchase is gonna get free shoe drops as well. And I don't have a lot of shoe drops, so, you know, as fast as you guys get them. I feel like the flick on these shoes was created specifically for somebody with a narrow foot just like mine. But of course, that was after like 1 or 2 sessions of me having a hard time getting used to them. But after I figured out the way that these shoes flicked, it felt amazing. The toe box on this shoe is more square than a lot of skateboarding shoes, so it felt like all of my kickflips were rolling off the top of the edge of this toe box, and when I got used to it, it made it feel like all of my kickflips were super nice. And because this shoe is a cup sole, all of my heel flips felt incredible. The fact that it's a cup sole, along with the fact that it's a very stiff heel, made it feel so that all of my heel flips, and especially my nollie heel flips, felt really on point. When a shoe is super stiff and you're flicking out, it makes it feel like the flick is a lot more snappy because it has a very strong, solid piece of material that it's flicking off of. And don't worry guys, I know that the majority of us is not going to be able to afford this shoe, but I do know a shoe that I had skated before that felt really similar to this, so I'll tell you guys about that shoe in a second. So as far as breaking in these shoes go, I've been skating these shoes for over a month now, and they are still stiff as hell. This entire heel collar does not really fold or bend, and every time I slip them on and off, I don't have to really worry about struggling to wiggle my foot into it because it slips right into there. I think that dunks are stiff to begin with, and the fact that this dunk is made out of a million different materials, all stitched and patched on top of each other, made it feel as though that this dunk is even stiffer than a normal dunk, which probably won't matter to you if you have a lot of these because you probably just collect them. But if you can get them and you skate, hey, that's what happens. Aside from me breaking the shoelace in almost every single skate session, the toe box is barely starting to break through on my regular flipping foot, and on my switch flipping foot, it's still holding up pretty good. So that might be attributed to the different materials that they are made out of, Or it might be attributed to the fact that I do more kick flips than nollie flips, even though I have been trying to keep an even ratio while I've been skating these.
Quick update because I've been skating them longer past when I filmed that. This piece broke like all the way off. It's being held on by my shoelace.
The tongue on these shoes was perfect. It didn't fall out of place after my shoelaces kept breaking, and it didn't feel super poofy, which was really nice. It was the perfect amount of poof. The way that the heel collar and inside of the heel is constructed is honestly one of the best constructions for a heel collar on a skate shoe. Because of the tightly packed material into the stitched lining of the inside of the heel collar, it felt like it held my heel inside the shoe perfectly. Over time, it did start to compact more, but there are two little ovals inside this heel that hold your Achilles in place that I honestly think every skateboarding shoe should have. That would be dope. If every shoe had that, it would be awesome. Every skateboarding shoe company ever, just make those little ovals inside to hold your Achilles in place. It's great. Now, I am a big fan of Paul Rodriguez. Some might say a fanboy. I would say a fan man of Paul Rodriguez. So, I was pretty hyped to be able to skate all of his 10 shoes put together into one dunk. And being able to have all of his shoes put into one dunk made me feel very confident with my skating. If you have a shoe that you think is cool and you feel like it looks awesome, you're gonna have a boost of confidence because you feel like your shoes are cool and you feel like you look good, so you're gonna feel like having a good time when you're skating. So, as long as you like the shoes that you're skating, you're gonna feel like, hey, these shoes are dope, and you're gonna have confidence. This outsole feels like it's made out of the same materials as every Nike shoe. It does feel like it's a little bit thicker than a lot of other Nike SBs. If I landed primo, it still definitely did hurt, but it didn't hurt as bad, because I think that this tiny little insole that's in here, in combination with this outsole, does make it feel like it protected your feet a little bit more than I expected. Look at this insole. It's the trash insole. I haven't even looked yet. I guarantee you, yep, it's that. This does protect your heel from heel bruise, but the rest of the insole is pretty much just a flimsy, skinny little piece of foam. When it came to jumping down things, these shoes actually did hold up kind of well. Now keep in mind, I was only jumping down stuff that was about 5 feet tall at the most. So, when I hit the ground, it still did hurt. But this tiny little insole and outsole combination made it so that it didn't hurt as much as I expected it to. I was able to keep skating my gaps for as long as I wanted to.
No. Oh. Oh. Oh.
As far as the looks go, for whoever designed it, you're a wild boy, but at the same time, it kind of grew on me. Let me know if you like them. Do you think they look cool? Leave a comment. Yes or no answer, go ahead. So thanks to you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys and this channel, I definitely would not have bought these shoes. If you're thinking about skating these shoes for yourself, then let me preface this by telling you guys that I enjoyed skating these. I had a fun time in these dunks, and if you can find any dunks at affordable price to skate them, then yeah, I would say hell yeah, do that. And the shoe that skates very similar to these shoes is the SXL Slim. It does break in and get a lot more floppier than this shoe does, but that shoe is very similar in the way that it skates to these shoes. Also, the outsole is a lot thinner and the impact protection is not as good, but the way it flicks and the way that that shoe functions is pretty damn similar to these. But in the case of these shoes and the fact that they cost me $1,209.11, I would say hell no. I would say definitely not. I would say never in a million years, never ever would you ever need to buy a pair of shoes for this amount of money and skate in them. Or at all, unless this is like really your hobby, which I see why. The skateboarder to me is like, yo, screw you guys. But then like the human being in me is like, yeah, that's cool, you like something. If you like skateboarding and you like non-biased, honest skate shoe reviews, then subscribe to the channel and like this video, because that's the bullshit that YouTube wants me to tell you. So leave a comment down below letting me know what shoes you want me to review next. And if you want your shoelaces to last a super duper long time, go to extendedwearlaces.com, where every purchase will get free shoe drops while supplies last. And then maybe I'll have enough money to pay off these shoes. And that's it. Shoe drop. Oh, wait. I love you. Shoe drop. You see that? You see that? You see what just happened? Absolutely nothing. Just a normal shoe drop. Okay, I love you. Bye. If you watched this far, leave a comment saying, happy hippos. I'm really tired. That's what I got. Never stop trying to learn tricks. Because when you do, skating stops being fun. Remember that. For real. Remember that. Okay, I love you. Bye.